So you want to learn Blockbench? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm a Blockbench artist, and in this series, I'm going to teach you how to become one too. We'll work on 3 different projects together, from a simple kiwi to, well, you'll have to find out. Welcome to part 2, texturing the kiwi. Last episode, which you can find here in the top right, we modeled this kiwi. So, today, we're going to be texturing this kiwi, or essentially coloring it in. We'll look at all sorts of things, from painting and paint bucketing to some advanced texturing techniques that you probably haven't seen before. So, let's get started. At the top of the screen, you can see 3 different modes: Edit, Paint, and Animate. For this tutorial, we'll click the Paint button. When you click the Paint button, a bunch of the interface will change. We now have the paint space on the left and the color space on the right, instead of the UV and element spaces. Let's start to color this kiwi in. I'm going to pick a nice yellow color for the beak, but actually, I can't color anything in yet, because this surface doesn't have a texture. Let's fix that. So, click away from the beak and navigate your mouse to the Create Texture button. When you click it, some texture settings will appear. Again, like I said last episode, you don't need to worry about anything right now, except for the name. We'll call it Kiwi Texture because, well, we're texturing a kiwi. Now, click Confirm, and you'll see that everything is colored very randomly. Now, despite people in my comment section asking for a Rubik's Cube kiwi, we're not going to do that. So, let's start with the kiwi's body. Select a nice brown color on the right, then click the Paintbrush button, or the letter B, and start drawing onto the kiwi. Now, because we don't have all day, let's try using the Paint Bucket tool. Click on the Paint Bucket tool and make sure that it is set to face, and then click on each side of the kiwi to fill it in. Now, the beak. I'm going to get a nice yellow color, but this time I'm going to change the fill mode of the Paint Bucket. We're going to change it from face to element. What this will do is color the whole beak in at once. Let's do the same for the legs and feet of the kiwi. Now, it's time for the whiskers. The only problem is, the whiskers are covered on all sides, like a hug. Let's kill this hug, and then use Evanesco on it. If you had to search up what that was, yes, I had to as well, and no, it refers to a Harry Potter vanishing spell, not a rash cream. That was all a very convoluted way of saying, let's hide the beak. Go back to the element mode and click the beak. This will light up its respective cube in the element space. On the right of the cube's name is an eye, and you can click that eye to turn the visibility on and off. Great! Now that the beak is hidden, we can draw some whiskers. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Alright, so you've probably noticed that there's some colors on the whiskers that we don't actually want. Select the Eraser tool, or press the letter E, and erase the extra colors on the front and the back. Now that we've finished the whiskers, it's time to add some details. We'll start with the eyes. Let's choose a nice dark color. I'll pick purple. And let's draw 2 dots. Now, before we continue, I'm going to introduce a new tool, the Color Picker tool, or Alt key. If you ever make a mistake, like this, you can use the Color Picker tool to select a color already on the model. It's a really handy trick. Anyway, let's make this bird round. Not really. Circular Minecraft things are as cursed as Sonic with human teeth. Yeesh. What we're gonna do instead is create an illusion of roundness with that advanced texturing technique I promised earlier. Let's pick a darker brown and use the Paint Bucket tool to make the bottom face darker, and then let's pick a lighter brown and do the top face lighter. Now select the dark brown from the recently used list of colors, this is on the right, and draw a straight line across the bottom of each side. This will be the base for the blending. Now here's the fun bit. At the top, you'll see 3 numbers. 1, 255, and 0. If you change these values, you can make the brush blend better or worse. The first number is the brush size, how big the brush is. That one's pretty simple. The second number is the opacity, how clear the color is. And the third number is the softness, how much the brush sticks to the pixels, essentially. If you have a higher softness, occasional pixels will stray from the line. If you have a lower softness, the less pixels will stray. For this blending, we'll change the values to 1, 100, and 100. With your altered brush, we're going to make sure that darker brown is selected, and then we're going to draw a circular shape on the 2 bottom corners. Once you're happy, select the lighter brown and add more blending where you feel it's needed. Great. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to try out this blending technique on the top of this kiwi, and I'll give you a few seconds to do that. In fact, while you're doing that, I'd like to say that if you are enjoying this and you have found this content useful, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. I'm hoping to build out the series over the next few months, and liking and subscribing shows me that you guys are enjoying these tutorials. Cheers! Now, it's time for the beak, and while we're doing that, I'm going to teach you another texturing skill, drawing straight lines. Let's move our focus away from the kiwi and towards the paint space. I'm going to draw a line as straight as I can, as quick as I can. Not very precise, is it? But here's the trick. If I draw a dot on this side, and then hold down shift and draw a dot where I want the line to end, ka-chow! That's my Lightning McQueen impression, by the way. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Okay, the point is, it fills in the line perfectly. Now, I'm going to separate the top and the bottom of this beak for extra detail, and I think you can see where this is going. I'll click one side of the beak, hold down shift, and click the other. Voila! Done! Using the straight line tool, or ruler as I like to call it, I'll give you a few seconds to finish the beak. Once you've done, let's decorate the feet. I'm going to add some stripes along the legs. And that's it! We've finished texturing the kiwi. In the next part, I'll show you how to animate the kiwi. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll answer as many as I can. If you did enjoy, check out this playlist in the top right, with all my other Blockbench tutorial videos. Have a great day, and CountFrogg away!